welcome back. I'm going to tie a variant to Pat Dorsey's top secret midge. What I have in the vise is a size 16. You can tie these all the way down to like a 26. Thread I'm using is Rusty Brown 70 denier UTC. I'm just going to start my thread about a bodkin width behind the eye and work back not quite halfway and then work back forward again. I just want to make sure we don't go too heavy and create too big of a step there. And next, what I want to do is add my rib. And for my rib, I'm actually just going to use some more thread, which is Uni 80 in white. A couple ways you can do this. On the larger sizes, you can twist this and fold it around. You can actually also use ultra thread in white. The problem with ultra thread is that it likes to flatten out as you're trying to wrap it, and you're going to have to use some wax and everything else. Let's go ahead and get that wrap in there. So we can just kind of tie this up, and we'll tie this down, coming towards the back, just a little bit further than you did last time. And we're going to make this a flashback. So I've just got a piece of pearl flashabou here. And so we'll go ahead and tie this in. We want this one right on top. As we work back. Oh, come on. We can just keep all these things in place respectively and work towards the back. On these smaller flies, as long as it's flat, it's not going to matter a whole lot. You just want to make sure you keep the flashback on top of the shank. We'll work into the bend a little bit and then again back forward. Try to get nice, even touching turns. Just to start to even this out a little bit. Okay, now we're going to pull this guy right over the top. I'm just trying to turn it so you can see it. I'm going to place a couple of loose wraps over, because that's over on the side. I just take my finger and kind of get it right up top, right where we want it. Tighten down on your thread, fold this back over, that way it doesn't pull out. And we'll get rid of that. Next, what I like to do is get my fingers just in a little bit of wax and start to twist this together. When you get down to the smaller sizes, I think I mentioned, you can actually just use one strand of it. And we'll bring this guy forward, right over the flashback. Get it up front, lock that into place. Again, fold this over, spin that up. Okay, trim that out. Okay, so we've got our flashback in place. Next, we got to put our wing in. And for the wing, I want to use just a little white CDC puff. Always fun using CDC. I'm going to tie this in very close to the stem. A couple loose wraps. Just kind of pinch and pull. And when you do this, lift up on both sides until you draw what you want out the back. And you could actually even make this an emerger by leaving this up front. You'd have to play around with it a little bit to do that, but nonetheless, it could be done. And now I want to tie this in coming forward, making sure I'm laying a good thread base. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and trim this guy out. You can actually save this for the little puff for another fly. I'm just going to tie all this in. Okay. Next, what I'm going to use is just some life cycle dubbing in brown. We don't need a ton. just to create the ball. And just pull that off, and now we can trim that out, whatever's left over. And we're just going to build a little tiny head. Some people like their heads to be black on these, and so you could do that if you'd like. I'm just going to leave it brown. Whoa. Slid off the eye. It's not a big deal. Hold tight. And trim. So it has a very similar property to like what's an RS2, or what is an RS2. Just a little bit different, but there's a few things that you can do differently to tie a Dorsey's Secret Midge. If you liked the video, I always appreciate a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share. And we ask you to come over and check us out at flyvault.net. We've created a way for you to store your patterns digitally, and what I actually mean by that is you can fill out a recipe card, and when you've done that, you can type in your name into the search, and lo and behold, all of your flies will show up, as well as any materials that you used or other people's materials that they've used. So it's actually a living archive, for lack of a better term. So come check us out over there. Other than that, everybody, happy tying, take care, and I will see you next time.